Hey everybody, so this video was supposed to be a test of the all-wheel drive capability of the Dodge Hornet to the TFL slip test, a test we do on nearly every new crossover. It did not turn out as intended. Wait till you see this video. Now we're nice and settled. The Dodge Hornet is the new small crossover from Dodge, manufactured in Italy, powered by a 2-liter turbo engine. In this case, this is the GT trim with all-wheel drive. The horsepower, 268 horsepower, made into a 9-speed automatic transmission. Okay, so welcome to the TFL slip test. So in this test, we get various wheels stuck on rollers on purpose to see how the all-wheel drive system and traction control system cope to get us unstuck. Very representative of how you're going to drive your crossover in the snow, the slush, the ice, the mud, the sands, whatever terrain. This is the test to show you how the car is going to perform. So the first test, the front wheel slip test. So the left and the right front wheels are going to be completely stuck, and then the rear axle is going to have to engage to get us unstuck. Now in this Dodge Hornet, we have a couple different drive modes. We have normal, and then we also have a sport mode which we can engage on the steering wheel. We always run this test in normal, as your mom might or your friends might who aren't car folks. They just leave the car in normal. That's what we're going to do here as well, and we're going to see how this vehicle performs. So into drive, front wheel stuck. Oh, very good. I didn't feel any slippage whatsoever. The rear axle was engaged and we drove off. So in a lot of cases, it takes some spinning on most of the crossovers in this class before we get unstuck. But as you can see, front axle stuck onto the accelerator, rear axle ready to go. That was an impressive result. On to the next challenge. Okay, next up, the diagonal slip test. So, the front right wheel stuck in the rollers, the left rear wheel stuck in the rollers. The opposite ends of the car are going to have to engage to get us unstuck. A very common situation. Imagine you're driving up a snowy kind of off-camber hill, like a curb. This is a very good test of traction control. So, into reverse, normal mode, traction control on, just like you drive it every single day. Pretty good torque modulation out of that 9-speed automatic. Nice and settled. Into drive, onto the accelerator. Okay, a little bit of slipping, and then we were able to get unstuck. Not too much time that took. Here, we'll give it another go. Okay, in the rollers, nice and settled. Into drive, onto the accelerator. Okay, a little bit more than a little slipping. I think we got the car a little bit more off kilter that time, more stuck in the rollers, but still completed the challenge without too much difficulty. On to the next test. If you wonder why I keep putting on my seatbelt, it's more because of the seatbelt warning ding than anything else. Now for the 3-wheel slip test. Both rear wheels stuck, the front left on the ground. So that front left tire is going to have to start spinning if we're going to get unstuck. And with the traction control system, what ends up happening is the brake will grab on the wheel that's spinning to force wheel speed over to the wheel on the ground that has traction. So all of that wheel speed is going to have to go to that left front if we're going to get unstuck. This is a pretty challenging test. Onto the accelerator. Car's trying to cheat a little bit. Now we're nice and settled. Ooh. Did not like that. Just got a service transmission light here. Service power steering. Oh. Service ABS. It is not a happy camper. Alright, let's try turning the vehicle off. Feels like we're losing power steering here, and we're gonna try to restart the vehicle. First time that's happened on this test. Every light is on. The check engine light is on, the ESC light is on, the ABS light is on, the forward collision light is on, the parking brake warning light is on. Look at this. It is gone. Four-wheel drive unavailable. ESC system. Now this is a test I do on just about every new crossover. I've never seen anything like this. Let's go ahead and turn the vehicle off. Let's get out, lock it, and then see if it'll come back to life. Okay, we'll let it sit for just a sec. Starting it up. Every single light is still on the dashboard. Maybe we can disconnect the battery? Car's still running, but it's clearly not happy. So we're gonna try to do a hard reboot on the battery system and see if maybe we can get it back into life. All right, so negative terminal is disconnected on the battery. We'll leave it disconnected for just a sec. Maybe we'll let the computer reset and then we'll plug it back in and see if we can get the computer back into life. Okay, moment of truth. Battery was disconnected. We got power back into it. Nope. Still having, every warning light is on, but we still have to get the vehicle off. So, are the rear wheels spinning at all? So we only have front wheel drive. So I cheated to get off, but yeah, power steering is not what it should be, and every warning is on the dash still. All right, well, I'm not really sure where we go from here, but I think that's as far as we're gonna go, at least on the slip test. So we'll get you more information when the time comes. Service engine now. Is it running? Sounds okay. I didn't hear any mechanical failure. So what we're going to do is we're going to try driving the Hornet for a few miles, see if maybe it'll reset itself after it gets some mileage under the tires. Now, for those of you thinking, well, three-wheel slip test is not representative of the real world, I would argue it is representative of the real world. I've been stuck in plenty of snowbank where I'm spinning all four tires, right? The traction control is trying to figure out how to distribute power, and then maybe it gets traction in one of the wheels and I'm able to claw myself out. But, yeah. I think we had the four-wheel drive warning light go off and the steering is lighter again. So that's good, but we still have an ESC failure light and still has a check engine light on. Here, we'll drive it a little further. See if maybe we can get some of those other lights to go away. So we'll take it down the road for a little bit, put a couple miles on it, and see if we can get that electronic stability control light to go off, and the check engine, and the forward collision warning, because those are all still hampering us. Yeah, not a great result here, I have to say. You know, this is an early production vehicle. It could be related to that, of course. So we'll drive it a little bit further, And I'm not comfortable repeating that test unless we have the ESC light go off and the check engine light go off, because if it is damaging a system, I do not want to be responsible for further damage. But we're going to flip around here. At least we got power steering back in its fullness, it feels like, which is good news. And I think we got all-wheel drive back, and the transmission warning went off. We still have ESC failure and check engine light. So it could be an electrical gremlin. I didn't hear like a snap or a pop of any of the drivetrain components. You know, I didn't hear any bangs or clatters. I don't feel like anything let go mechanically. But still, you can't be having these system glitches when you get stuck in a snowbank that leaves you with a check engine light and an ESC and for some reason forward collision failure. So far, I'm driving around for a little bit here. No improvement. We'll back up to the ranch, and we'll try doing one more power cycle where we turn the vehicle off and on again. And of course, ESC, electronic stability control, is a system related to the traction control and the stability management programming. It is a safety function, and then of course, check engine light you don't want on. Very interesting indeed. Car drives fine. Doesn't feel like it's undrivable, so that's a good aspect. But here, I'm going to do one more power cycle when we get back to the concrete pad. Try to reset the car. Let's see if that gets rid of the check engine light and the ESC fault. Car off. I'll even open the door, lock it. We'll sit here for 15-20 seconds. Everything has gone off in the screen. Right, unlocking the vehicle, starting the engine. ESC light has now gone away, but we still have the service engine light. And you know, I don't want to be responsible for damaging this vehicle, so with the service engine lights still illuminated, I'm not comfortable completing the test because there's clearly some other fault going on. So I think that's going to be a fail for now on the Dodge Hornet. We'll report back if Dodge sends us another one, maybe with some upgraded software or a different unit, and we'll try it again. So what we're going to do is we're going to report our findings back to the fleet manager, and then we'll let you know if we hear back from Dodge as to what happened or if they give us another unit to test, because I really would like to keep going on this TFL slip test so we know how this vehicle performs, not only on the rollers but also off-road. Well guys, let me know what you think in the comment section below. This has been Tommy, behind the camera Ian. We'll see you in the next video. We contacted our PR reps at Dodge, and this is what we heard back. Quote, "We are aware of this issue in our pre-production vehicles, which is strictly an electronic issue and requires a quick reflash which does not affect drivability. We'll review the vehicle and would like to get it back to the TFL team as soon as possible for a retesting."